have other things here where I keep records for like vetting tasks. When you're trying to onboard with a new language service provider, they'll have you take a test. If it's a test that they're paying me for, which is hopefully the case, then it would go here. But if not, I'll put it here in vetting tasks just so I can keep track of, I know I've done a test for these people. Have they gotten back to me about the results? If I try to work with that company down the line, I can say I've already, done their vetting task. I have a sheet here as well for pro bono work. If you do translations for Translators Without Borders or for local immigration law clinics, things like that, you can enter that in here because that still goes into your metrics of experience, but it's not something that you're billing for. And it's important for the millions of different agencies, language service providers, and clients you have that you keep a good list of your rates. Because you're not going to have the same rates for all your clients. At least I don't think you should. You should be negotiating as high as you can with each individual client, and your rate should, that information should only be beholden to you. Your clients should only know about the rate that you charge them, not anyone else, in my mind. And it's important to have a minimum fee so you aren't getting chucked out into the rain. There's a lot of logistics involved with translation. You got to make sure that you're making money on the small projects as well. And you can put in your rates here per word, per hour. And you're going to have different rates for different services. This is an extremely simplified list. It's a little bit low. Really, the list will look more like this. People want to charge you different rates. Will want you to charge them different rates for fuzzy matches, repetitions, etc. Sometimes they want you to charge per page. You'll have things for post editing, proofreading, where it's a lighter check than full translation review. Audio-visual stuff where you're charging per video or audio clip minute. QA review, there's a lot of different things. But basically, as you're filling everything out, you can decide how much you want to save, what your estimate of what you need to save for taxes is. And I like to keep track of how much I should have in my savings account for taxes. I also like to keep track of how much money is out there that I haven't collected yet. And I like to keep track at the end of the year of what my profits are, so I can throw my expenses in here at the end of the year or keep track of them throughout the year as I go. And once I've actually collected on all the projects that I have, I can look at what my profits are for the year. And that's my personal approach to keeping records. So remember, the reason we're keeping those records is so we can get metrics of experience on, which domains we have experience with, which language pairs, and as you do more and more of these, you'll be able to set up another sheet in Excel that will automatically generate statistics on how many words you've done for a certain domain and how much you've made with a certain company, how much you've made in a certain domain, what rates you've made with a certain company or domain. And that can be really nice for getting new work. It can be really nice for reevaluating your rates. You can, in your CV, in your resume, tell people exactly how many words and what time frames, for how long you've been working in a certain domain and how much volume-wise work you've done in a certain domain. In translation revision, how many hours you have with certain domains and organizations with interpreting work. That's what I mean by all of these different metrics of experience. And of course, this sheet can, make sure that this column's green. Make sure you've been paid. Make sure you're keeping track of everything for taxes. Keep this nether money a 0. If you would like to get a copy of this Excel sheet that I'm using in this video, just say so in the comments below, and we'll see how we can work that out.